Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
Sundial Growers is bankrolling these cannabis stocks. Cannabis company Sundial Growers got an influx of cash earlier this year thanks to its rising popularity with retail investors. The meme stock cashed in on its hype in late January and early February when management took advantage of an inflated stock price and announced two offerings. Sundial it is now in a great financial position, sitting on hundreds of millions of dollars. Well, more than what it needs to fund its day-to-day operations. But management hasn't been sitting idle. Sundial has been putting that money to use, investing in multiple businesses and cash-strapped cannabis companies have been turning to its joint venture. Sunstream, looking to raise money. Below, I'll look at some of the companies Sundial and Sunstream have been bankrolling and assess whether this new strategy is good for Sundial's business. So guys, let's see. Let's go ahead and find out. Companies Sundial Growers has been investing in. Among the first companies Sundial Growers invested in was Deived Limited, a cannabis edibles producer. In February, it announced an investment of 22 million Canadian dollars into the business, half as an equity investment and half through a loan facility. Then on March 15, Sundial announced even bigger investment plans. It was creating a joint venture with SAF Group, a private equity firm. The joint venture, the Sunstream Bancorp, would seek out investment opportunities in the cannabis industry from all over the world. As of July 7th, Sundial Growers has contributed CAS 538 million to Sunstream. One of the cannabis companies Sunstream has provided funding for is Clever Leaves, a business that has operations in multiple countries, including Colombia and Portugal, where its low-cost marijuana cultivation activities can give it a significant advantage in the global market. In July, Clever Leaves announced it had received funding from Capital LP, one of Sunstream's affiliates, which will provide its business with $25 million in return for a senior convertible note that pays 5% interest. In August, Sunstream agreed to fund cannabis special purpose acquisition company Green Rose Acquisition with $103 million to $25 million through convertible notes and $78 million under a loan facility. Green Rose says the funding gives the company greater flexibility to deploy its growth strategy. Using convertible notes, Sunstream can effectively own a stake in these businesses while also providing them with the capital they need to grow their operations. Investments now account for the bulk of Sundial's assets and revenue. As of the company's second quarter ending June 30th, Sundial reported assets totaling Canadian $1.4 billion. Of that amount, 1.1 billion Canadian was related to investments and just 274 million Canadian was in cannabis. That's a drastic increase from the end of 2020 when the company reported 295 million total assets Canadian. At the time before its cash infusion, the company didn't separate its assets between cannabis and investments on its financials. Investors are starting to see some of those investment-related activities flow through to Sundial's income statement. In the second quarter, the company's interest and investment-related income totaled $9.4 million, more than its net revenue of $9.2 million. Over the past 2 quarters, the gap is even larger. Income from investments and interest totals $25.2 million versus net revenue of $19 million. But with the company still running well into the red, Sundial's loss from operations over the past 2 quarters totals $69.3 million, higher than the $63.2 million loss it incurred over the same period a year earlier. It could still be a long time before these investments activities pay off, assuming they do at all. Okay, and to conclude, do these investments make Sundial a better buy? Anything that boosts Sundial's revenue, even if it's not technically the top line, is a positive for the business, and management is certainly better off investing the money rather than having it idle. With an unrestricted cash balance of $760 million as of August 9th, Sundial still has plenty of money at its disposal that it could invest. While its negative operating cash flow, which totaled $137 million over the past 12 months, will chip away at that, Sundial should still have plenty of money to work with. It should be good opportunity come up. Overall, I do like moves Sunstream has been making by investing in some businesses that are in the early stages. And I do think that Sunstream makes Sundial's business more diverse and a better investment. However, given the stock's heavy dilution, this is still an investment to be careful with. Until Sundial's is generating cash from its operations on a regular basis, it may be better for investors to wait on the sidelines for now. And I kind of agree with that. Yes, it's a long shot right now, and Sundial really needs to, make that money flow, I guess. And let's see. So here's the marijuana stock you've been waiting for. Obviously, this is let me see, a little known Canadian company just on long what is summer expert, but this is an ad. See, this is from Motley Fool coming over here to NASDAQ. Okay. So take it like a grain of salt, right? David Jagielski wrote that article, and let's review SNDL for all of you. Sundial growers, and Sundial, as you can see, is at 74 cents, and Sundial can still go down a little bit. It's pretty cheap. The only concern that I have is that I'm hoping that they don't do a reverse stock split, but if they do, kind of makes sense. But right now, since they have money, it doesn't seem like they need to do it. So keep an eye on Sundial, 74 cents right now. Has potential. Obviously, the U.S. hasn't legalized marijuana, but it could be one of those things that is required and needed to make this even move better. Other than that, we'll keep tracking Sundial. I'm definitely interested in the story and potential they can have. And because the goal of the company, right, is the main thing that we got to keep an eye on. In this particular case, right, fundamentally, it has to make sense. But we're already aware of the different ranges of Sundial, where it can go if it goes up or down. If we go down, I can see 56 cents. That's about 30%. Even lower than that, guys. 16 is about 78%. So I wouldn't mind anything like that. But then if we go to the upside, you can see the range now to 147 is 95%. To 176 is 133%. And if it goes further than that, 396, 422%. And you know what, guys? I think that it can be good. Let's be patient about it. I'm gonna be patient about it. I did invest in it. Slow. Hey, it's disposable income, man. Disposable income. It's very, very low. Gonna keep an eye on it, and I'm not a financial advisor. Let's go ahead and move forward with SONN. A lot of people looking for this one, November 5th. Okay. We will see. But guys, that's the video for today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Ring the motherfucking bell so you get notified. We do the videos con mucho amor, as always. Have a beautiful morning.
Excellent.
Sonic boom! Hadouken!